Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to a brand new video over on PrizePicks. I got my 4 favorite plays for today because we got a huge day today. Game 1 of the NBA Finals. I'm super pumped, but first up, do me a favor, drop a like on this one. It takes you 2 seconds, completely free. And if we get 25 likes in this video, I'm going to drop a bonus pick in the next video. 50 likes equals 2 bonus picks, 75 equals 3 bonus picks. And if you guys get this all the way to 100 likes, somebody's getting free VIP. So make sure you guys lock in, hit that like button, and now let's move into the recap from the day before. This is one thing, by the way, you will always see me doing on the channel, no matter what. And you will not see a lot of other YouTubers doing because honestly, guys, a lot of other people on this app are just not very honest. I'm just gonna say straight up, a lot of them are not honest, and that's one thing you will always see me doing is recapping the day before. So on the YouTube slip, unfortunately, it didn't go our way. Vic actually was the only guy here who went on the over on his team, and we want everybody on the team to go under. He was the only guy that busted the over, so kind of unfortunate there, but it didn't end up mattering because we missed our NHL pick and our MLB pick. Gaussman has a great game, and then Carter Hart, I really think he should have gone over this line. The Canes were shooting the ball a ton. If they don't go up 2-0 super early there, I'm sure they get that done. Anyways, the free pick over here didn't cash out. Kind of unfortunate correlation right here. It just didn't go our way, but thankfully on the VIP, we cashed out of Foreman. It had been a little bit of a drought. I'm not going to lie, guys. I'm going to tell you too when it's tough. When it's tough, I'm just going to say we've had a little bit of a drought on the VIP, but thankfully, we cashed this one out with good correlation here on the unders. Correlation, by the way, is when you take 2 guys on the same team, under together or over together, in order to basically say if that team does bad, then both of these players are going to go on the under. This doesn't work in every single sport and doesn't work the same way in every sport, but in a lot of esports, which is video games, you can make a lot of money with this stuff, and that's what we do on this channel. So Jackie Snow on the under here, Hang Shaoei on the under, perfect cash right here. And this went for an 8.75x, meaning that I sent out 8 slips and one of them cashed for an 8.75x. And this was a little weird because this was from, Monday, this half cash, and then on Tuesday, this half cash. But at the end of the day, I'm counting it on this day. It was a little bit of a break-even day. Pretty good day, honestly. This was a unfortunate one as well. Foreign here got like 20 kills in the second map. If he went under there, we greened this out. But it is what it is, guys. Let's lock in and talk about the NBA because I know that's what you guys are here for. First up, join up on the Discord. It's free to join up on here. I can drop picks here every single day, so lock in. I actually dropped some MLB homer picks the other day. Aaron Judge hasn't played yet. Pete Alonso cashed. And Bryce Harper cashed. Byron Buxton didn't cash. So, MLB homers, guys, if you want that, make sure you're locked in. Now, let's get over to the PrizePicks plays for today. We're going to start it off in Counterstrike. And we're taking a couple guys here on the under. Right here, we're going to start it off with Lukin over here. So, we're going to look up Lukin right here. We like him on the under at 16 headshots. And then we're also going to take his friend Jota on the under at 24.5 kills. Now, the reason we like both these guys on the under is because they play on the same team, which is very important for correlation, and their team sucks. This Gaming Gladiators team is easily the worst team in this entire event. Right now, the Gaming Gladiators are plus 400 to win against Heroic, who are minus 769. They are about to get fried. So what happens in Counterstrike when you get fried, and it's very similar in Valorant, you lose the game and you lose it fast. And in this case, we actually did bet on these exact same 2 players, or this exact same team, in yesterday's video, or in yesterday's VIP plays. And exactly what happened here, I'll show you. The Gaming Gladiators went up against a team named Big, and they got cooked. The end score was 13-1, because Gaming is just not a very good team, honestly. They're decent, but they cannot compete with this level of competition. And what happened here, if you look at Gaming Gladiators, this was just 1 map, by the way, not 2 maps. But in 1 map of play, none of their guys got over 10 kills, and only one of their guys went over 5 kills, actually. So they got cooked, just straight up, absolutely fried. And in this case, we're expecting the exact same thing to happen because Big is a good team and Heroic is an even better team. I don't think this one will be close. So make sure you guys lock in these 2 guys on the under. And now let's talk about the NBA picks for today. This is my specialty, by the way. I like NBA plays, I like MLB plays, and WNBA plays too. My specialty really is NFL, college football, and esports. And right now, we got no football going on. So esports is huge. And we keep locking in a bunch of plays and winning on them too. Now, let's start it off with Victor Wembanyama here on the under, not on the over, but on the under at 27.5 points. Now, this one might feel weird. This one might feel really weird to take a star player like this on the under. But guys, I really think this is the spot. And this one might even move up later in the day, which I would love to hit the under again. If it moves up to 28.5 or 29.5, I definitely would take the under at 29.5. That'd be elite. But the reason we like Vic on the under here is just because it's not a good spot for him. In the past, going up against the Knicks, if we look at just this season, he's going to be under 2 out of those 3 games, right? Only time he went over was this one, super high scoring game, the New Year's one. And this one for Wembanyama, right? You've got to look at when Wemby is impactful, how does this go, right? And right now the Spurs are 4.5-point favorites, right? If the Spurs were to win by 4.5, Wemby on the season actually goes on the under here at a 63% rate. And if the Spurs continue winning by more and more and more, you see, well, this actually is slowly rising here, 64%. And if they start winning by a ton, like 15, 70%, right? And you might think, why is this? Well, number one, Wemby's going to get less minutes when they win by a lot. But number two, Wemby affects the game in a completely different way than any other star player, right? Think about guys like Anthony Edwards, guys like Luka Doncic, even guys like Giannis, right? When their team is winning by a lot, you can probably guess that star player's got a lot of points. Same goes with Jalen Brunson, right? But with Wembanyama, it's different. When their team wins by a lot, it's really because Wembanyama is elite defensively. And that's exactly what I expect to happen here. Because what the Knicks have been doing all playoffs long, I mean, we can get into it if you want, but what the Knicks have been doing all playoffs long, and what's caused them great success, is really being able to pull the opposing team's big man out towards the perimeter, because the Knicks have the best three-point shooting big in the NBA right now, Karl-Anthony Towns. Maybe Wembanyama actually is in conversation for that, but I think Cat's still pretty good at that point, meaning that Wemby's going to have to get pulled out closer to three-point shooting line. But guys, that's only if Wemby guards Cat. And Wemby is elite in flexibility, and the entire Spurs unit defensively is very fluid. So what does that mean? That means that the Knicks will struggle to score a lot more by using the exact same tricks that they've used all the playoffs long. I expect the Spurs to actually win this one by a decent bit, and for Wembanyama to not be able to be super effective offensively. We look at the stats here, and the same thing is reflected. When they win by a lot, Wembanyama doesn't go in the over. Points allowed right here. The Knicks are a very tough defense to go up against, top 5, in fact, in the league. And if you just look at by just centers, they're top 3 in the league. So this is just a horrible matchup for Wembanyama, for him to go for 28 or more points. And this is no shade to Wemby. I think he genuinely is the best player in the world right now. But Wemby is still going under this line at a 60+% rate no matter which way you cut the cake. There is no reason for you to spam the over for Wemby just because you want to see him do good because he's an exciting player to watch. He's super exciting to watch. I think he's going to have a great game defensively. And even offensively, as a rebounder and as a playmaker, right? He does not have to be the one getting on the stat sheet for points every single time. 28.5 points or 28 points I think is a little bit too high. I like the under at 27.5. Now, before we get into the fourth and final play, hit that like button. If you guys want to see some more dedicated NBA content, I'll lock in for you. I'll do a game preview for every single game. Just drop it in the comments. Let me know exactly what you guys want. If that would be a cool content strategy, maybe I'll give it a shot. So I want to see what y'all are looking for. And now let's talk about this next play. We're going to Mikal Bridges here on the over at 21.5 points, rebounds, and assists. I know this is one of the most popular plays on PrizePicks right now. I do think it's going to bump up later on in the day. But this one for Mikal Bridges, it just makes no sense why it's here. The only reason why Mikal Bridges has been doing elite this playoffs and has been hitting in, 9 straight games this playoffs since midway through that Hawks series is because of the way the Knicks have been using him. The Knicks have been using him as a screener who comes towards the top, gets the screen, and then oftentimes initiates the play as the second option. And what does that really mean, right? That means that Mikal Bridges is getting a lot more plays drawn up for him, even if he is just a second option, a lot more plays drawn up for him than he was previously in this series. And all that is stemming from the cat move. Karl-Anthony Towns is running the offense of the New York Knicks. If you guys are a casual, you might think it's probably Jalen Brunson. And yeah, it's Jalen Brunson a lot of the time. But Karl-Anthony Towns is running the ball as the initiator a ton, or running the offense as the initiator a ton. And that really just lets guys like Mikal shine a lot more. So I like him here on the over at 21.5 points, rebounds, and assists. I think that if Cat gets pulled out, right, or not pulled out of the game, if Cat, pulls closer towards that three-point line, tries to drag Wemby towards that three-point line, what's that going to do? That's going to open up the rim a lot more, and it's going to let a lot of these smaller guys on the Knicks and on the Spurs, I suppose, shoot around the court a lot more and just get a lot more passes in, a lot more space to themselves, because there's not going to be a Wemby or a typical big man just roaming in the paint. I expect that to happen here. And guys, here's the thing. They can't just leave Cat open. This is a crucial difference about the Knicks, and they have finally been using this superpower, is that Karl-Anthony Towns can shoot threes. He is one of the only big men in the NBA that can shoot threes very well. So they're going to use that to their advantage, and that is going to actually allow guys like Mikal to shine more. So that's another play I like. If you guys want a quick bonus play, I've been talking about it all day now. Karl-Anthony Towns over 4 assists. Lock this one in too. I think this one's going to be very good. This is one the public aren't really on right now, but I think that's good too. But the play of the day for the video is actually going to be Mikal Bridges here, 21.5 points, rebounds, and assists. So I like this one on the over. This is paying out a 9.75x on PrizePicks. You can take it as a flex play. I don't hate it. You can take it as a power play. I don't hate it. Make sure you guys lock in. That's all I got. I appreciate you watching the video. Hit that like button, and I'll see you guys in the next one once we go 4-0.